What would you say is the biggest issue in the apartment building?
Look up. Maintenance is a really big issue in this building. There's mold in there. There are definitely cockroaches running around in there, and one of these days I wouldn't be surprised if a mouse fell out. It's falling on the carpet is wet. This is not a fluke or an individual incident. If we walk down this hallway, we'll see that it's happened over and over and over again and has been repatched and repatched. This was actually fixed a few weeks ago. Fixed, they put a rubber band around it, sealed it off, and 3 days later, it fell all together. You can still see the splatters on the wall.
This maintenance issue here at the wall, it looks like it's been a problem for some time now. Approximately how long would you say it's been a problem?
I've never seen it otherwise. It keeps reoccurring. Either the hole is here, or the hole is over there, or this one here is not, it's falling apart here too. It constantly reoccurs, you know, throughout the hallway, throughout the building. To the landlord, this is not an actual problem. This is just a way of life.
Okay, when I moved in, the ceiling above my shower was caving in. Now, I have lived here for 8 years. They haven't, I was told it's going to be taken care of when they do the bathroom work. But it's been there for 8 years, almost 9. It's been this way for 8 years. They haven't repaired it. This coming off has been the same thing ever since I moved in. It's ridiculous. I can't understand how they can allow this to happen.
My landlord was supposed to fix my shower 6 months ago. Hasn't been done yet. And the hole's gotten bigger and it's gotten worse. My family now seriously either has to avoid taking showers altogether, or they come over here to use this shower. This is the burn room. That's the burn room. The cupboard doors don't close properly, like they're not. Foil on the wall, it was like that when I got here. There's mold everywhere. There's mold in the bathroom. There was mold there when I moved in. There was also roaches when I moved in. I moved in December 2006. They didn't end up taking care of it until April 2007. It got so bad that we had to buy takeout food every day. I had to borrow money to buy takeout food every day. For 3.5 months. Every day. Takeout food.
Why do you think you've gotten the response that you have? Why do you think the response is so meager, so nonchalant?
Because they know we have nowhere else to go. They know we have nowhere else to go. They don't care.
I mean, you look up at the ceilings and there's tiles missing, wires exposed, like in front of your door. Holes in the walls, it's a mess. Really is a mess.
The biggest issue living in this building is getting your work orders done. You have to be going, you fill out your work order, they never have a copy of your work order. You need to refill a work order. And it's like, it's going on and on and on and on and on. Like me, I've had an outstanding work order for 1 year, 2 months now.
What is that work order?
The work order it's to fix the bathroom, the closet doors, the floor in the second bedroom. You know, because they're all, you know, somehow molded, broken up somewhere.
Do you feel frustrated?
I think at this point you're past frustrated. You're angry. The relationship between landlord and tenants cannot be fair because the landlord is the one with the money and they have the power. In that sense that the government more look towards them for anything. You know, they have the power, so they have more access to the government, or the politicians, I should say. That's the way I feel. And we, the tenants, all we have is the tribunal if we don't do anything.
And is that effective?
I don't think it's effective.
They came with Mayor Miller, and they just sugarcoated and took him over to 20 Gordon Ridge, and one of the guy, he doesn't even know, he says that he live in, well, that is what the reporter said, that the guy live in 20 Gordon Ridge. 20 Gordon Ridge is the community center. Slumlords.
Slumlords, negligent.
Yeah, they're just as any other, you know, private apartment buildings, because if they're not repairing anything, and when they do come to check something, They just go and show them, like in 30, I heard, I haven't seen, that they have some new apartments there, and these are the ones that they took Mayor Miller to have a look at. But not showing him, and he thinks that everything is,
rosy.
Is, nice and rosy in these parts here. It's not. Some people are even afraid to talk because they have kids going to school and they don't want to, lose their apartment. But it's really some of the apartments are really in bad condition.
My name is Marva, and I've been an ACORN member for almost 4 years, I think.
ACORN is a non-profit organization helping folks like this. We are an association of community organizations for reform now.
ACORN are members of the, low, moderate income working families across Ontario.
ACORN is the organization I found that who has a grassroots level connection with the people who needs help of some organization who talk about that. And I think that ACORN is the organization who talk actually people's basic need, especially in this great city, Toronto.
I joined ACORN because I believe in what they're trying to do. And they show me that, a way to make a difference. I think ACORN is making a difference because just of the simple way in which they organize, going door knocking, finding out what is your problem, what is your biggest problem, and trying to find solutions to your problem. Presently we have the License Your Landlord campaign going on, and we've done actions for, to get our landlords to fix up our buildings, all across Toronto, Scarborough. It's important for the public to see and for the politicians to see what we've been living in. Since they won't come to visit us, we'll take it to show them. And, so that they can start doing their jobs and representing all of their constituents instead of some.
We ended up having an action and we went to the office. And it worked out really well because they really went and fixed the building much better than it was before and get rid of some of the insects that we have. And they built back brand new bathrooms for many of us. And they started to clean up the building much, much better than what it usually before.
We have in this city, across this city, brought people together to make sure that landlord licensing becomes a reality for low and middle income class people, especially who need it so badly.
The municipal government and the provincial government needs to, license these landlords and give the tenants the right to put their money into a rent escrow account. Right now the landlord have the bulk of the power in their hands because, the tenants, if we don't pay our rent, this is where we end up. And I think some of that power needs to be passed, over to the tenants to give them that right to say, listen, my work order is outstanding for 6 months. You're not fixing, so, here the rent escrow account come in when the city comes in and the tenants put their money in there.
Once you have a landlord license, then automatically for requirements of the licensing, you are becoming accountable, through those requirements and rules directly to the tenants or who represents tenants. So that's why it is very essential also to preserve the rights and to get involved.
If the landlord was made financially accountable, then something would get done.
The landlord licensing system would work this way. Every year, the buildings they're inspected, and including the units. And if the building passes that inspection, there's a green sign like what they have in the restaurants on the door that says pass, yellow, red, whatever their conditional they have there. And that would also give, if we get the rent escrow account, that would also give the tenants the right for, if the city comes in and they're not getting their work order done, to get the city to come in and issue outstanding work orders, and if it's not done, we have the right to put our money into a rent escrow account and until the landlord fixes up the building. And that's how it works.
a huge labor force of Canada. They're suffering of accommodation. So accommodation to build Canada and to bring all people together to develop this country, I think that accommodation should be, and it should be considered as a part of human rights and civil rights in all three levels of governments: Ottawa, provincial legislature, city hall, everywhere.
This is what Mayor Miller needs to see,
Reality.
up close and personal.
I think it's time for Canada to stand up and protect its citizens, and not just some of it, all of them.
Our slogan should be licensed landlord now.
Licensed landlords 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 now.
Licensed landlord now.
Licensed landlords now.
Licensed landlord now. Licensed landlord now.
Licensed landlord now!
License landlords now.
Licensed landlord now!
License the landlords now. It's about time.
What do we want it?
Now.
Who are we?
ACORN.
What do we want?
Landlord license.
When do we want it?
Now.
Who are we?
ACORN.
What do we want?
Landlord license.
When do we want it?
Now.
Who are we?
ACORN.
What do we want?
Landlord license.
When do we want it?
Now.